Correlation. This design is used to examine a relationship between two concepts. There are two broad classifications of relational statements: an association between two concepts, where there is some kind of influence of one on the other, and a causal relationship, where one causes changes to occur in the other. Causal statements describe what is sometimes called a cause and effect relationship. The cause is referred to as the independent variable, the variable that is affected is referred to as the dependent variable. The correlation between two concepts can either be none-no correlation. Positive, where an increase in one results in the increase in the other, or decrease results in a decrease. Or negative, where the increase in one results in the decrease in the other, or vice versa. The degree of association is often measurable. Comparative. This design is used to compare past and present or different parallel situations, particularly when the researcher has no control over events. It can look at situations at different scales: macro, international, national, or micro, community, individual. Analogy is used to identify similarities in order to predict results, assuming that if two events are similar in certain characteristics, they could well be similar in others too. In this way, comparative design is used to explore and test what conditions were necessary to cause certain events, so that it is possible, for example, to understand the likely effects of making certain decisions. Experimental research attempts to isolate and control every relevant condition which determines the events investigated and then observes the effects when the conditions are manipulated. At its simplest, changes are made to an independent variable and the effects are observed on a dependent variable, i.e. cause and effect. Although experiments can be done to explore a particular event, they usually require a hypothesis prediction to be formulated first in order to determine what variables are to be tested and how they can be controlled and measured. There are several classes of experiment: pre, true, quasi, etc., which are characterized by the amount of checking and control involved in the methods.